We are back in the kitchen on this Food City Friday with Miss Elizabeth Hall, and as you can see, we were just talking about wearing red. Exactly. You got your red on. Doesn't matter the shade as long as you're wearing a little bit of red,
no,
right?
Mine's a little bit of a darker red, but that's okay.
It's okay. And you have some great ideas, not only that are red in color, but also heart healthy too when we're talking about, women's heart disease, just heart disease in general.
Definitely, and diet can play a role in your risk factor in developing heart disease, so making sure you're focusing on eating lots of those fruits and vegetables for antioxidants, eating lower sodium, which will help with a healthy blood pressure, eating healthy fats, which we're about to talk about in a second, and those lean proteins. So really focusing on getting lots of those nutrient-rich foods that are lower in some of those other nutrients like sodium and fat can really protect your heart and hopefully reduce your risk factor for developing some of those diseases.
Definitely. So let's talk about this kind of little snack mix, this nut snack mix.
You can really smell this right now too.
Yes.
We added some fresh herbs in here. We used rosemary this time. So these are some spiced rosemary nuts that you can make yourself at home. So all I did was I bought mixed nuts at the store. So this is the brand I got. I'm actually going to add a little bit of 100% maple syrup. So this is going to give it a mapley flavor and combat some of that extra spice that we're adding from cayenne pepper.
Ooh.
So we're going to give it a little bit of a kick.
I like a little bit of a kick.
If you really don't like spicy foods, maybe don't put as much in. I'm adding about a teaspoon. So depending on what you like, and then I have my chopped rosemary here. I'm going to add that into my dish, and then a little bit of olive oil. So we talk about healthy fats, so more of those liquid-based fats, so the type of fat that's in olive oil, avocado, your nuts, your seafood, that's giving you that more beneficial heart-healthy fat. So as best you can, going for the unsaturated fats in those foods, and less of the saturated fat, which is found in a lot of those solid fats in other types of dishes, and in processed and convenience foods. So anytime you can make your food at home yourself, that's going to be a great thing for you. So you're just going to mix all of those things up. And it, like I said, you can really smell this because we're using those fresh herbs, and you can get unsalted nuts as well. And since we're adding those extra rosemary in there and the extra flavors, you don't really miss the salt. I was going to say, you won't even know that the salt isn't there because there's so much flavor. And then over here, you have a pan lined with some wax paper. Yes, and that's just to make cleanup easier. I hate cleaning up, so
it does make it easier.
It does make it a whole lot easier. You're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. And what I did is I did it for 10 minutes and then flipped them around and then did it 10 more minutes, and you get these delicious spiced nuts that are great to take to your big game party. Yeah, and like you said, a healthy fat option too, the one you're eating. And this is such a great and easy snack to make, especially when you are trying to feed a crowd. It's something that you can definitely make a lot of, but then you can take home any of extra. Yeah, and remember your serving size. It's about a small handful, fourth a cup, you know, so we don't want to go overboard even on the healthier fats. So watching that as well. And we have lots of healthier options as far as lean meats and things you can look for in the store over here to on this side of the table. And we'll take a look at that. Yeah, we'll take a look at that next segment as well. In the meantime, make sure you check out foodcity.com for this recipe and so many other great ideas for the big game on Sunday.